Fucking with the dud and pray for your kid. What's up, my dudes? Oh no, I've been hacked. What am I ever gonna do? So this is actually not clickbait right here. My key did actually get stolen on MX Simulator, but I just wanted to say it's not that big of a deal. Me and JLV already have it all worked out. I've already got a replacement key, still got the same UID that I've always had. Nothing's even really changed here. Like, nothing's even really happened. I just wanted to say that, but I wanted to come in here and make this video just to explain how it happened and why it happened, just to make sure it doesn't happen to you, right? And let me just tell you guys, this is a video you don't want to miss right here. I mean, seriously, like, some of the stuff I'm going to say, you're not going to believe. You're literally not going to believe it, dude. Like, I'm being serious. This is some game-breaking, absolutely, like, if you know MX Simulator and you've played MX Simulator, you're going to think I'm fucking lying when I start going into this story about how my key got stolen and everything about. You're literally going to think I'm lying to you. Like, I'm serious. It's that crazy. It's that insane. So I'm just saying, this is a big one right here. You're going to want to stick around for this whole video. So with your MX Simulator key, if you don't really know like what that is, it's pretty much what connects your UID to an online server, right? So your UID is your actual personal identification that separates you from everybody else, right? So basically what that means is, like, anybody can get on a server with any name, right? So I could get on a server with Villa Pinoto Dodo and it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can get on a server with any name you could possibly imagine. You can have any name you want to in the game, right? So a lot of people in the past have went in there and had my name on their actual thing in a server, right? So they'll run Spencer Turley because apparently they have nothing else better to do with their day, so they want to get on a server with Spencer Turley's name and try to make it look like they're me, right? But something you could always do and can always do is you can type in the server name, list players, and it will show everybody's UID, okay? And that's how you separate the fakes from the real person, right? So the thing about that is once they get your key, there's no way to tell a difference in the real person and the fake person. You see what I'm saying? And so that's really why they do it, because they can kind of make it look like they're actually really you, right? So that's why they do all of that. But I just wanted to explain, me and JLV already have all of this worked out and fixed. Basically, I got a replacement key. I still have the same UID that I've always had. Nothing's even really changed from this happening at all. That's what I mean by it's not even that big of a deal, because nothing's even changed here, right? It's like, what was the point? What was the point? You got Spencer Turley's key on MX Simulator for 2 days? Like, what the fuck was the point? I'm literally confused. It's like, it'd be one thing if you actually did damage, then I could, like, understand, but I can't even understand why you do this, because it didn't even do anything. You see what I'm saying? Like, there was literally no point to it, but either way, but that's what I'm saying. That those people that do that kind of shit, they have no brain anyway, so it don't even matter how much it damages. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no logic to it. They're just doing it to do it. It don't matter if they just barely poke you a little bit. It don't matter. They get satisfaction out of that. But I'm just here to tell you, you didn't even poke me with this. Like, you literally didn't. You didn't even blow on me with this. Like, this was nothing. This was nothing, bitch. Try harder. Try harder. I'll be here till the end of time. You can't stop me. Let me just go in here and explain the entire timeline of this situation so that it makes more sense to you. And trust me, dudes, you do not want to miss this video, because I've been playing MX Simulator for a while now, and I have never seen something like this before, ever. I mean, this is one of the craziest stories. This is one of the craziest things. And it's not so crazy in, like, what they did, but it's how they did it. You understand? It's how they got away with it like they did. That's really the like, crazy part about it. So, in a nutshell, basically, a 13-year-old kid stole my MX Simulator key, basically my entire password to my MX Simulator account, right? And JLV, the creator of the game, couldn't even figure out how he did it. Literally couldn't even figure out how he did it. He didn't know how he did it. I was the one that had to go in there and actually dig and figure out how this kid did this. Okay, 13-year-old kid with literal brain of a 5-year-old. Like, I'm not kidding when I say that, and you'll understand what I'm saying here in a second. But I'm the one that had to go in there and be smart, be articulate, figure out how he actually did it, because JLV was completely wrong with how this person actually got my key, or how they would get my key. JLV couldn't have been more wrong if he tried. I mean, this is the most wrong I have ever seen JLV on anything in this game before. And I just want to preface this whole video by saying JLV has the best intentions in the world, okay? He really does. Like, you can tell that just by talking to him and getting to know the guy. Like, there's no harmful, he's not trying to do anything wrong. He's not trying to do anything bad. He has the best intentions in the world. He really does. But I just feel like sometimes he doesn't realize all of the possibilities of what somebody could be doing with his game or could be getting out of his game. It's almost like he kind of gets it in his head like, well, I made the game, so I know every single little thing that can be, hacked in the game or whatever, and that's just not the case. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about whenever I go deeper into this video. I mean, you will not believe this, guys. Like, I'm serious. Okay, so let me just start from the beginning, and let me just say this to some of you dudes out there that are thinking about, trying to hack MX Simulator or trying to steal somebody's key on MX Simulator or whatever. JLV will find you, okay? I just want to make that really clear. He will find you, like, very quickly. It was not hard for JLV at all to find this kid's name. Like, he found his real life name in literally less than a day. Okay, so he knows every little thing you've done. He knows every little log that you've had, everything. Like, I think some of you guys out there don't really realize how much JLV can see in the background whenever you go in there and do shady shit on MX Simulator. But I'm telling you right now, he can see everything. Hell, he can even see all of you dudes that have a pirated MX Simulator account. He can see every bit of that too. I didn't even know that, but he can see that because this kid that stole my key actually had a pirated MX Simulator. I don't even know how they do all that, but he can see every bit of that too. But he had that. He had a pirated key basically, and then he had my stolen key. So JLV was able to figure out all of that. He was able to figure out the kid's real life name, and then that's how I basically linked everything up and figured it out at that point, right? So JLV was very helpful in figuring out who it was that did it, but as far as how he did it, no, that was all on me 100%, right? So basically it all started with about a week ago. I started doing races on my MX Simulator server for my team tryouts, started getting everybody on there, right? Well, it was about a day or two into it, I just randomly got disconnected from my own server. I was like, what the hell? That just got to be some little random, kind of like a fluke, little random, disconnect. Never really had that happen before, but I didn't really think too much of it because as soon as I got back on, I played for another 2 hours and it never disconnected me again. So I was like, oh, okay, probably nothing big with that, right? Well, the next day I get on there for my team tryouts again, play for about an hour, boom, disconnects me again. Right? So now it's like, okay, what the hell is going on here? This is not normal. Now I got to figure out what's going on, right? And I got back on, played for another 2 hours. So it was only disconnecting me one time and then allowing me to get back on there and continuing to play the game online. You see what I'm saying? So the third day I get on there and play for an hour, then boom, disconnects me again. Okay, so now I'm really looking into what's going on here. I'm really diving deep, like what the hell is going on? So I actually noticed that it said key stolen on the actual, the server basically like chat part of when you're looking at when you're in an online server on MX Simulator, it actually told me key stolen. So basically what that means is you're on an online server and then somebody else with your MX Simulator key tries to also get on another online server, and all it can do is kick you out and then tell you that your key's stolen. So that's basically how you figure out that somebody's stolen your key, is they get online while you're online. So that's how I even figured it out to begin with, that my key was stolen, right? Okay, so that was the first sort of like how I've figured out what was going on, right? So then I emailed JLV. That was the first thing that I did, told him everything that happened. And then I started looking on the forums, right? Started looking at key stealing, key hacking, I did as much research as I could on the MX Simulator forums about this whole situation because I've never had this happen before. I've never even really looked too far into it. I didn't even know somebody could get your key unless you basically gave your key out to people. I didn't even know that people could just straight up steal your key without you giving anybody your key. But anyways, so I got to looking on the forums, and there has been a couple of posts on this where JLV has made multiple responses, right? And this is the biggest thing to this whole story right here, okay? On the forums, JLV, the creator of the game, okay, is acting like the only way that somebody can get your key is if basically they send you a download link with a malware virus in it, and it's got a keylogger on it, and that's how they steal your key. Okay, that's what JLV is acting like on the forums. He's acting like that is the only way they can get it. If you don't, openly give your key out to people, the only way somebody could possibly ever steal your key on MX Simulator is from you downloading a virus link and then them getting your key. And basically what he goes on to say on the forums is that, you're pretty much fucked at that point. Somebody's got full control over your computer. You need to factory reset your PC. You might as well even burn your PC. That's literally what JLV has said on the forums, okay? He says that's the only way they can get it. They can't get it from being on the same server as you. They can't get it from all this other stuff. The only way somebody can get your MX Simulator key is from you downloading a virus link, okay? I can't stress this enough how apparent and how JLV makes this seem like there is no other possibilities for somebody to be able to get your MX Simulator key. I mean, he does it to the point to where he's literally got people out here factory resetting PCs and potentially burning PCs because he's acting like you have this full-blown computer virus, right? And somebody's full-blown hacked your computer and they see every little thing that you're doing when you get your key stolen on MX Simulator. He acts like that's the only way that can happen. And that's not how this kid got my key. Okay? I'm just telling you right now, that's not how he got my key. JLV was completely wrong. So just warning all you guys out there that are looking at that and thinking, and maybe your key's been stolen and you haven't given your key out to anybody, do not factory reset your PC. Do not burn your PC, okay? Because they can get your key in other ways. Whether or not JLV wants to admit that or not, they can. All right? And that's kind of what I'm going on about. JLV is only a human at the end of the day, so you don't want to take everything that he says like it's 100% believable or true, because it would be impossible for JLV to understand every little angle, every little odd angle that somebody could steal somebody's key on MX Simulator. That's literally impossible. If JLV understood his game that much, people wouldn't even have been able to put speed hacks in it, but they did that in an actual official race. So obviously JLV doesn't understand every little thing that can happen with his game, but he acts that way a lot of times, okay? And this is insane, but let me go into this, okay? So basically how I figured out the deepness of this whole story and how this kid did all this was JLV figured out his real name, because he can do that very quickly, okay? And JLV basically sent me, the first email he sent me was like, okay, this is the kid that stole your key. Like, do you know anything about him? Like, do you know this name? And I was like, doesn't really sound familiar. Got to looking. And matter of fact, he was one of the people that applied to be on my team on Instagram. Found his real life name on Instagram, right? Got on there. I was like, wow, here's the kid that's fucking stole my MX Simulator key right here. So he applied to be on my team, got in my Discord and everything, right? And this was at the point when JLV was still acting like the only way he could have got my key is from me basically clicking on a link that he gave me that had a virus in it. So the first thing I do is try to figure out this dude's Discord name to see if he posted any links in Discord, right? Because his Discord name is completely different from his Instagram name. So I go in there on Instagram, right? Send him a 100% total trick DM on Instagram. I'm like, hey, dude, like completely randomly, I'm like, hey, dude, what's your Discord name? I'm going to get you on the team, right? And this is what explains how much of an idiot this kid is. Like, he has no brain. He's not like smart. It wasn't even a smart, hackery, like, complex type person that would have gotten my key, okay? I literally tricked this kid in the most simple way that you possibly could. So I hit him up on on DMs on Instagram. I was like, hey, dude, what's your Discord name? I'm going to get you on my team, right? And he gave me his Discord name, knowing good and well that he just stole my key on MX Simulator, right? And I randomly am just all of a sudden going to want to put him on my team. I mean, how stupid can you be? But anyways, so I got his Discord name, went back and looked at his entire Discord log on my Discord, and he never posted a single link to anything at all, period. And that point right there is when I knew that JLV was 100% completely wrong. That right there was that point where it was like, okay, JLV, the creator of this game, is over here acting like the only way somebody can get your MX Simulator key is if you accidentally click on a link from them and it's got, you know, a virus malware in it, and then they got your key that way from basically a virus, right? And I go in there and realize that this kid that has stolen my key, proven to be the kid that stole my key, never even posted a link in my Discord. So right there, I knew that that was impossible. Right there, I knew that he got my key from some other way than me downloading a virus link from him and having full control of my PC. So basically, that was a big deal right there. That was like, oh my God, what the hell? Like, so then after that, I sent all that to JLV, right? And JLV is still trying to defend his whole sort of point of they can only get it from a sketchy download link that they send you, right? He was still sticking behind that. JLV literally sent me an email that said, you would be foolish to think that your PC has not been compromised. Basically, that your PC does not have a full-blown virus on it and they can see everything that you're doing. JLV's telling me, you would be foolish to think that. After me telling JLV everything about all this. The kid never posting a link, never doing anything like that. So basically that happens, and JLV fixes my key, whatever, gets me a new key, everything's all good, whatever. But JLV still has no idea how the kid actually got my key. All right, so I'm still trying to dig to the bottom of this because I know deep down there's no way he got it from a, like a virus download link. I know there's no way that he did that. So that's what kind of made me keep on digging, right? Well, anyways, so basically it went on to where it was like, I sent the kid, I was like, I'm going to get you back for this, right? Period. This is before he even knew he was caught at all, right? This is after I told him I was going to get him on my team, which was total bluff, total bullshit, just to get his Discord name so I could see what he had typed in my Discord, right? But, and he fell right for that, right? But then I was like, I'm going to get you back for this, right? So he sends me back, ? What are you even talking about, right? Trying to play stupid, right? Meanwhile, I sit here, know this is the kid that stole my key. He's trying to play stupid like he don't know. I didn't send anything back to that. So then a day later, he sends me, oh, yeah, I guess I did steal your MX Simulator key. Whoops, forgot about that, right? So this is where it gets interesting, right? Okay, so I hit up the kid on Instagram that stole my key. I was like, just wait until JLV gets the law involved. And I swear to God, it was like catching a 5-year-old kid and them confessing to absolutely everything. I mean, he couldn't have spilled the beans more if he tried. Like, he told me everything that he did. Told me exactly how he stole my key. Once I started telling him that the law was going to get involved, you know, he really started confessing everything that he did. So basically, how he got my key was through BMT Micro. Okay, it was a fault in BMT Micro, and if you don't know what that is, that's basically like the distributing company for MX Simulator itself. Like when you go buy MX Simulator on their website, it kind of redirects you to this BMT Micro thing, and that's how you actually get your registration and your key and all that kind of stuff. You get it from kind of like a side little company, right? So it's kind of separate from JLV in a certain sense. But anyways, basically what the kid did was he acted like he was me, sent him an email, acted like he was me, and probably acted like he had lost his MX Simulator key, right? And they gave it to him. They gave my key to some random kid that was not me at all. So it was 100% on BMT Micro themselves, right? And it had nothing to do with me downloading a virus link from this kid. It had nothing to do with me downloading malware from this kid. You know, meanwhile, JLV, the creator of the game, is acting like that is the only way somebody can get your key on MX Simulator on the forums. He's acting like, you know, if somebody has your key, you might as well fucking factory reset and you might as well burn your PC, right? And meanwhile, this kid got my key from a fault on BMT Micro and them just straight up giving him my key. That's how he got it. So I mean, this is insane. He could have done this with anybody. He could have done this with anybody. He could have got anybody's key this way. I just hope you guys understand how insane this really is, that a 13-year-old kid with not even half a brain can go on BMT Micro, email BMT Micro, and just remotely even act like he's me, right? And they give him my whole entire registration key to MX Simulator. It's fucking insane. And JLV didn't even realize that this was going on. If it wasn't for me digging deep and really trying hard to figure out the truth of this situation, nobody would ever even have figured that out. Nobody would have. JLV wouldn't have known. And I swear to God, JLV, you better start posting on the forums. You better correct everything that you've said, because this is some bullshit if I've ever seen it. And like I say, you know, you got all the best intentions in the world, but now you've made a critical mistake, okay? And you need to do as much as you can to warn everybody that there's other ways that people can get their key other than a malware download link. And they don't necessarily have to full-blown factory reset their PC or burn their PC when somebody gets their MX Simulator key, okay? You need to go in there. It's only the right thing to do at this point. Go in there and warn everybody. Tell everybody that that's not the only way somebody can get their MX Simulator key. And I just hope you've learned some sort of lesson here, JLV. And this is a bigger lesson to everybody else as well. Don't trust a soul, okay? Always question everything, dudes. If something don't seem right, I don't care who it is that's telling you that you're wrong or you're not thinking right about it. You got to know deep down what the hell is going on with something. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I could have just as easily just sat back and been like, oh, well, whatever. JLV knows what he's talking about. He made the game, right? Whatever. Hell, I must have downloaded a virus or something, you know, a malware download link. But see, I knew I didn't do that because I dug deep enough to see that this kid had never even posted a link in my Discord. That's the only confrontation or conversation I've ever had with this person. And he never even posted a link, so that was literally impossible. What JLV was saying, the only way somebody get my key, that was literally, wasn't even possible that that's how he got my key. Impossible. So I knew that wasn't the way he got it. So that's what made me really start digging deeper and come to find out, yeah, that's not the way he got it. Oh my God. I just can't even explain. Man. And of course, JLV apologized. You know, he said he couldn't apologize enough. And he is putting in more work to figure out how in the hell BMT Micros ended up giving this random kid my MX Simulator information. He is still trying to figure out more on that, but holy fuck. Like, kid ain't even got half a brain. 12-year-old and acts like he's 5. I literally tricked him in 10 different ways to even figure out the information that I did. You know, had this person even been like remotely logical, you know, remotely smart, like older person, I'd have never even have figured out how they did it. Ever. I mean, just think about that. The only way I ever even figured out anything is because this kid doesn't even know what the hell is going on. He basically accidentally got my MX Simulator key. That's really what he did. So either way, I'm just saying, always question everything. Always. I don't care who. Everybody's just human at the end of the day. Everybody's going to make a mistake. It just frustrates me that JLV, and it is true, right? If somebody does truly, you know, hack your full-blown PC and give you a virus on your PC, it is true that they can fully, like, take over your computer and you need to factory reset your PC, and that may not even be good enough. That is true. But my whole point, see, he's just trying to protect you from that. But my whole point is he's acting like that's the only way. If your MX Simulator key is stolen, basically your computer is completely hacked and you're just fucked. And that's not the truth, because they can obviously get your key from multiple different other areas that JLV was not thinking about. And JLV was telling me, you know, he sent me the email saying I would be foolish to think that my PC hasn't been compromised. And that's when I really started sending him like, JLV, are you not thinking of all the little different possibilities? Are you not thinking of like some random other odd angle that somebody could get somebody's key on MX Simulator that you might not necessarily be thinking about? And then I swear to God, it wasn't a day later, I figured out this kid got it through BMT Micro. Exactly what I sent to JLV. Oh my God. I can't even explain. Okay, so either way, JLV is going to have all this fixed, so they won't be able to get your key in this way anymore. So thanks to yours truly, I dug deep, got this figured out. This is going to save a lot of lives out there, you know what I'm saying? A lot of MX Simulator key hassles that we have. It's going to save a lot of that. You're welcome. I'll be here all week, you know what I'm saying? I do accept donations. You know what I mean? Like, shit, I'm not fucking bullshitting. Like, I just saved so much hassle on one huge aspect that the creator of the game didn't even realize that was the way people could steal your key. Because BMT Micro is, like I say, sort of a different entity than JLV himself. See, JLV didn't have really like full knowledge of how they were giving out people's keys and stuff like that. He just didn't know. And so basically that's how JLV thought that wasn't even a possibility. You understand what I'm saying? But JLV, you need to fix some of them forum posts, some of them replies. I'm telling you right now, you need to fix some of that shit because you were 100% wrong in this instance right here. You really, really need to warn everybody, and I'm warning as many people as I can. Yeah, so the kid's name is Cade, Kade, Nielsen, Nielsen. So just warning you guys, if you ever see this name anywhere, of course, he'll probably be running under a different name if he tries to join your team or get on a server or whatever it is. But if you ever see this kid's name, warn everybody that you can. Put him on the blacklist of MX Simulator. Don't ever let him back in on anything because he has been caught stealing somebody's key on MX Simulator. So I'm just saying... really warn everybody that you can. He's probably, he won't be able to do this to anybody else because now we figured out how he did it. So he won't be able to do that to anybody else. So he won't be able to cause any more harm, but it's just, I just want to make it clear. Don't ever let this kid in on anything ever again. Don't do it. Do not do it. Man, never in a million years would I have thought that my MX Simulator key would have got stolen by a 13-year-old that literally basically accidentally stole it. That's pretty much what he did. Like, there was no effort. There was no really, like, calculation or scheming. He just hit up BMT Micro and acted like he was me, and they gave him my key. It's really just that simple. Like, because I don't share my key with the soul. I don't tell anybody. I don't have like an old computer that I sold to. There's literally no way that somebody can get my key, my MX Simulator account password. There's no way somebody can get any of that unless they literally have my, email. Like, they literally hack into my email or they've seen my computer with their own two eyes. And I promise you they hadn't done either one of those. So it's not on me whatsoever. It's on BMT Micro and all the bullshit that they're doing. That's the only possible outcome, but God, JLV, this is a hard hit right here. I just, had this happen during pro race season. I'm just glad it happened when it did, and I'm glad the kid was such an idiot that I could figure out what he did, and that's really all it comes down to. But, at the end of the day, we got it figured out, got me a replacement key, and nobody's ever going to be able to get a key like that ever again. So, just be careful what you believe on the forums, no matter if it's the fucking creator of the game that says it or not. Be able to think for yourself. If something seems not right, or something seems like there's no way it could be a certain way, look into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, figure it out.